Good evening all, hope we are all doing well. Welcome back to Affinity Racing, another live stream, another week, another day of daily races. And it is a race that I've been complaining that we've not had for ages. I literally think it must have been 2 years since we had Willow Springs as a daily race C. Because I remember making videos many months ago saying it had been well over a year since we'd had even Willow Springs as a daily race C. So I'm really looking forward to this one. I hope that it's going to be good racing. I did see the daily combo, which was Willow Springs Group 3, Willow Springs and 15 laps. But the only problem is no pit stops. Or no different tyre requirements, sorry. It's hard racing tyres only. Which is not good. Not good. The British track bill will be either it's Brands Hatch if you're talking about Daily Race B. Yeah, Brands Hatch Indy layout. And I've forgotten now what Daily Race A is. It is Suzuka, I think. Is it Suzuka? Which is the short layout because they're doing it in the Honda RS something, whatever it is. Yeah, it is Brands Hatch though, that combo. Yeah, I remember it now. Yeah, Brands Hatch. So yeah, but otherwise I'm pretty happy with this. So we're going to jump in, see if we can get a quick lap in. I have already done a bit of qualifying, so hopefully we're starting mid-table, maybe a little bit further up. The only one that we always struggle with, of course, is this corner right here, which is the most difficult corner in potentially all of motorsport. Mind you, turn one's difficult as well. That has to be said. Running wide. Actually, do you know what? All of Brands Hatch is difficult. Every single corner is difficult. Sorry, not Brands Hatch. Willow Springs. Willow Springs. We're in the BRZ, John. I don't think that I have a livery for that one, but if we do, we'll get it added. You know what I'm like for forgetting which cars have them. I did go into my garage and I didn't have one on it, however. So yeah. This is going to be a bit of a challenge. Now, I've managed to get quite a few laps in the sort of mid-12s, or kind of high-ish 12s. I do think that there is, well, certainly in one lap, there's 2 tenths I know that I can take out of that. I was 2 tenths up and then binned it. There is a very few amount of people down into the 111s, I think, but I will absolutely struggle with that. First race of this one then, we're going to be on pole position. Minimum number of pit stops, 1. Actually, I take that back. I said no pit stops. What I meant was, sorry, no change of tyres. So, hard tyres only, as we can see. The question is when, and yeah, when do we do the pit stop? That is the question. Couscous in this one, we got a few people in. Okie dokie then. So, starting from the front of the grid. First of all, you never quite know how that's going to play out, but we will see. We've managed to set ourselves a pole position. There's some quick races in here, but I think we must be the lot that have had a bad SR run for some reason, because we seem to be in a slightly slower or lower lobby. slightly. So we'll see how we fare up here. But we're starting at the front. We've just got to not bin it. Yeah, it's this car. We're in the BRZ, and it is a struggle in the corners. I will say that, definitely. Just double check. Visuals, sound, all good. We do have the aircon on, but we're battling against it. Right, here we go then. A little bit of short shifting out of some of the corners, but once we're on the straight, you don't really want to be short shifting that one too much. Right, we've got Woodstock right behind us. Oh, no, already messed that one up. Right, he's going to have a good slipstream here. I think just trying to hold that in fifth there is probably the more comfortable way of doing it. See if we can get this above. Yeah, we do. We've got this above 1 second now, the gap, which is good. There's a few people already binned it, as we can see. Now, if you go too close to that apex on that long, awkward, awful right-hander, you do run the risk of then understeering out as you're then carrying a bit too much speed. So you do want to V-cut the corner a little bit, same as here, so you can try and apex that right-hander a bit. Sometimes you can use a little bit of the curve there just to turn the car in. Alright, so 1.5 gap at the moment. Now I'm going to go brake balance all the way to the rear, because obviously it will be the front tyres that we absolutely chew up in this race on this track. Right, Cuscus is now into P2, so we'll keep an eye out for him. Managing to gain on us, probably. With Willow Springs, especially when we've got tyre wear as high as we do, it's normally all about trying to use as much of the track as you can. So you try and kind of straighten off the steering as soon as you can. As soon as you know you've got enough space to just lift off and reduce a little bit of steering lock without running out, going wide, but running out as far wide as you can, but without running over the limits. And you want to try and lift off the steering input as quickly and as soon as you can. This one's the killer for it. As soon as you know you can lift here, you're throwing a lot of lock in. And as soon as I know they're right, I'm definitely going to clip the apex. I can definitely start to straighten up. You just run as far wide as you can without running over the limit. Now, the question is, where and when do we pit? It looks like the amount of tyre wear that we've got, I think pitting in the middle of the race, I don't know, potentially is going to be the better, more optimal strategy. But then it all depends on traffic, because getting past people around here is borderline impossible, which is how we've managed to basically pull the gap that we have, because the guys are fighting and they're just going to be costing each other so much time. Haha, which lap are you going to be coming out of the last corner? Well, normally we play guess the qualifying time. Now we'll play which lap do we start building sandcastles. Oh, the tyre squeal is just so horrible. Right, someone's gone in early on the hard tyre there. Well, obviously they're on the hard tyre because that's the only one. It's Couscous. Well, if we keep going like this, it'll be a good result, but it'll be a boring race. Which do we think we would rather have? Good results or boring races? Well, the two go hand in hand, actually, sorry. So bad results and exciting races, or good results and boring races. We're desperate to get up to A+, so I kind of know which one I think I would rather for today, especially around a track like this, because if you do bin it, there is no coming back. So maybe on this occasion we can be happy with boring races as long as they turn into good results. We've still got a gap of 5.4 here, 5.5, 5.6. So I think we really can start to take it easy. We can maybe push these tyres till the end just to see if they can go to the end. And treat this as a bit of research for the rest of the night. That front left is going to be not in a great state by the end of the race though. Six-second gap, 6.1, 6.2. Goodness me. That's how I know I'm not in a good lobby. Because I'm winning, and winning so convincingly clear of the next car. But I think we have been lucky that we got a clean getaway at the start and we haven't been involved in any battles, because you just lose time hand over fist once you start scrapping around here, or even just trying to chase somebody down. Right, there's a lot of people that are pitting middle of the race, which this is where it will become quite interesting. So we're just going to go to the end first of all just to see if we can, but secondly because we don't want to run the risk of falling back into traffic. Now where this will become interesting is on the fresher tyres in the remaining 7 or 8 laps, are they going to be able to pull about a second a lap out? We can see that we're about 3-4 tenths down at the moment on our lap times versus our fastest lap. It's going to be 5 tenths as we cross this line this time round. So our tyres now, as that front left gets through about half of its life, we are now starting to approach the cliff. And we are now starting to lose time. This is where it's getting interesting now. We are now starting to lose time to the guys behind, which is going to force us to push a little bit more in these right-handers and try and take it a little bit easier in the lefts though. There we go, we're having to lift there because now we're going to start running wide, so this is where we really do start losing quite a bit of time. We almost spin as well. Come on, steady. We can definitely take a bit more speed through there because I'm lifting off too much power, which is meaning that we're actually turning in earlier than we want to. Right, 8 seconds is the gap behind. Keep an eye on that though. We might gain it now and again in some places, but I think overall they're going to start pulling this lap time down. Now ideally we want to run this till the end and we want to pit lap 14. But if the tyres really don't want to play ball by lap 12, lap 13, we could come in a lap earlier and we might be still okay. Nine seconds the gap. John saying box. I don't want to end up behind traffic though, this is the problem. I'm going to run till the end just to see how we go. I don't want to just throw the race win away, that's not what I'm trying to do. But I genuinely do think we can run till the end. Right, in all fairness, I did think that just running the hard tyres and having the one pit stop would have made this race quite boring. And under one argument it kind of does, but it's just not enough. On the tyre wear, it's just not enough, I think, to get till the end of the race comfortably. And then that's where it does make it ideal to pit in the middle of the race and get a good amount of tyre life on 2 tyres rather than now doing what we're doing, running till the end and being quite behind on our times. We're still only 3/4 tenths down here though, it's not the end of the world. I think we'll be okay to try and comfortably run this, well, at least for one more lap. 14 is doable, we reckon. John's still reckoning that we should box. .2, we're still building gaps at the moment. Now this strategy might not work in a faster lobby, but at the moment we are still building gaps because the guys behind are still making enough mistakes. Right, there we go. Now let's look at the gap here when he comes out of the pits, the guy in P2. So he's gone in with 9.8 second gap. So it's actually not him that we want to be worried about, it's the guys behind, how much of a gap that they're closing. He's going to come out with a 19 second gap by the looks of things. Yeah, so he's lost about 10 seconds with that pit stop. Okay. Oh, that's going to be a huge cost for me there. Now, interestingly, he's still come out in P2. Right, I am going to do the next lap just to see, and again, really understand the comfort levels on this tyre. Or indeed the discomfort. We will see. Ah, yeah, P2 might not have done a tyre change. Yeah, very good point, actually. Forgetting there completely that you could do the pit stop without actually changing tyres, so yeah, that would make sense. Right, let's jump into the pits now then. I think we'll try it without the tyre change. I mean, it's a risk that's not really worth taking, but no, we'll just change tyres actually. Play it safe. Play it safe. There we go. Job's a good one. Go. Go. Oh, that is nice and comfortable, that is. That's tremendous. Look at that. Unbelievable scenes. Well, let's wait until we cross the line, shall we? Let's not assume. Oh, look at that. It's going to be a 10-second gap as well. More than a 10-second gap crossing the line. That will do. Not too shabby. Now that genuinely was an interesting race there, because we didn't know, or at least the first time round doing the race, it's going to be different the second time, but we didn't know if the tyres were going to last, and we were willing to take that gamble because we didn't know if pitting too early would have put us into traffic. We just saw how much time was lost by everyone else being in that traffic, and so that's what we tried to outsmart, and we've gone and done it. So well done, team. There we go. First attempt of this race. It is P1, almost with fastest lap. We got pipped for fastest lap just at the end. I don't know if you've seen. But there we go. I've been saying literally for ages, we've not had this race for years. It's such a great track, and Gran Turismo's barely used it in their daily races. It's maybe been on A and B, but it's never been a proper daily race C for such a long time. And I genuinely can't understand why. So, bring back Willow Springs. They've done that. Keep Willow Springs. Let's see if they do that. When you think of all the tracks that we've seen time and time and time and time again. Deep Forest Raceway, time and time and time and time again. You know, so many tracks on Daily Race C and so many options and combos. I know they're limited to Group 4 and Group 3. Realistically, maybe Super Formula or now and again a specific car. But to have this track and not use it has been sacrilege for many years. I think it's been many years. I might have been away on the one time that they've used it since, but I don't think they've used this track often enough. Right then, straight back in. I'm quite happy with the BRZ, but we can maybe have a look at some other cars. Rick saying Z4. What is happening? I don't watch this channel for wins. Exactly. Bin Willow Springs, bin BRZ. Oh, no, 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 no. Right, is the Z4 actually good, though? Because I don't think many people are using the Z4. So why are we suggesting it? Is it because you want me to fail miserably? In which case, fair enough. But what you got against me? That's what I got to ask. Oh, was that two Z4s there? Yeah, Z4. Let's use the one with our livery, courtesy of John. And let's get straight into it. Right, I'm going to very quickly throw in an announcement here. So if everyone would care to listen up while we've got a couple of minutes. So I have put together our crowdfunding page, which is a big prize draw to raise some funds for our pilot series that we're doing. So we're going to do 5 episodes where we are going out into the real world, actually recording things with actual cars, doing actual road trips and actual reviews on actual tracks. And it's all very exciting, but it is going to cost a lot of money. So I have put together a crowdfunder, which is, the page itself is not live yet, but it's going to go live this week. Not that sort of announcement, no. Not that sort of announcement. Much more exciting. So we're going to do a crowdfunder. And in the final episode of our series, which is going to be the big episode, which is the one that's costing all the money, we are going to do a cheap car challenge. So we've got 2 cars that we're doing the cheap car challenge in. Now I'm going to let you into a little secret now and let you know what those cars are actually going to be, because you will see them on the crowdfunder before the episode goes out. So the car that I'm going to be driving is a 2006 Mazda MX-5. It's already been bought, it's been purchased, the V5 is in our name, and it's over at the garage as we speak, getting checked over and getting a couple of bits done to it. Tim Williams, who is an incredible automotive content creator here on YouTube, doing much better than me in the YouTube world. How I have convinced him to be part of this, I've no idea. He is going to be driving a BMW 1 Series, is it a 2-litre or a 2.2? Well, you know, one of the turbos, nice nippy little car, and that's going to be going up against the Mazda MX-5. Now, keep your eyes peeled this week, set some reminders, subscribe if you haven't done so already, because that crowdfunder is going to be going live this week, and for a mere £10, 10 quid, you could win either of those cars, and then we're going to be drawing that. I think the date from memory is the 27th of September, is the date that we announce those winners. So, hey, you could, this time next month, or by the end of next month, own a Mazda MX-5 or a BMW 1 Series. That's a 2008 1 Series, which I can tell you is in much better condition and a much better purchase than my Mazda. So, I'm already on the back foot. But, yeah, they're going to be, the page is going to go live this week. They're going to be up for grabs. And we might throw some other prizes in there as well, depending on how much money we manage to raise. So the link will be going live this week. It's not live yet, so stay tuned for that. But you guys on the stream, you're the first to hear about it, and that's the plan. That's what we're going to be doing. Now, part of the crowdfunding, I obviously have to go do something really stupid, which one is our pilot series. 2 is actually purchase the cars, drive coast to coast. That's the challenge that we're going to do, as well as a day out on track. So all very exciting stuff. The other crazy stupid thing that I'm going to do probably is 200 laps of the Nürburgring 24-hour. So I'm going to talk about that in a little bit, so you've got to stay tuned to find out a bit more about that. But in the meantime, we'll jump back out on track. We're going to get 2 laps done now, so let me know your guesses of what you think our lap time in purple will be. If you guess correctly, I'm not driving this Z4. That drives awfully. That is horrific. What an absolute stitch-up this is. How much lifting off do we have to do here? Oh my god. Look at the understeer. The BRZ handles so much better. Who... Right, I'm never falling for this again. Suggesting the Z4 purely for nothing but pain. Oh my god, look at the understeer. Right, the understeer is actually horrific. That is awful. You can't race this. All of you as well. You've all stitched me up. You all said it handled good round here. Oh my god, look at the understeer. What an absolute stitch-up. You've all worked very well to coordinate that one. Look at that. I'm going to hit the curb there. Oh my god, you can't do that in the BRZ. It's impossible to run wide there in the BRZ. What an absolute stitch-up. If this is gonna understeer around here, isn't it? The BRZ hangs onto this apex so nicely. Look how far wide to the track it's going. That's 2 seconds off the pace already. I can tell you that now. That is 2 seconds at least off the pace. There you go. Literally a straight 2 seconds. No. Right, I actually want good results around here. I can't be driving this. Got no choice now, though. Oh my god, look at the understeer! What an absolute stitch-up. I am never, ever driving the Z4 again. That is a crap car for this track. And you have all done it deliberately. No way. I can't be driving that. Dreadful. Dreadful. Comes alive in the slipstream it wants to, because it's going to be at the back of the pack. Oh my god, we're starting P2 as well. Oh no. Dear me. Right, okay, so for anybody tuning in just now, the excuse is I did not want to drive this Z4, but chat made me do it. P2 as well, it's a decent quality position. And we're going to be mucking about in the Z4. What's going on? No. No. Where's Sour? There he is. First mistake was letting chat pick the car. Absolutely. I'm never... Every time someone suggests the Z4, it's horrific. Every time. There was one time a few weeks back, Bill suggested the Z4, and I thought, alright, you know what, we'll give it a go. It wasn't as bad as I thought. It wasn't good, it just wasn't as bad as I thought. And here we are now trying to race Willow Springs in one of the most understeering cars that I've ever driven. Oh my goodness me. John saying I only give good advice. John, you said the Z4 was good. I think. If I don't finish last, I consider it a win. O'Leary, well, that's going to be the same for us now. If we do not finish last in this Z4, I will consider that an incredible victory. We are not racing with the rest of the pack now. We are only racing with... Whoa, look at the speed of the Z4 in a straight line. Jeez. We were right onto the back of Spud here. Look at this. What an amazing car. Ignore everything that I've been saying. Oh, the understeer is so painful. I mean, it's not great on the brakes either, which is sort of also important. Oh, he's going to run wide. Understeer. Still understeering. How? Oh, look at the might of the Z4. I take everything back that I said bad about it. What an incredible car. We're going to go around the outside. No, we're obviously not. Let's not be too stupid. Someone's going to the inside, though. Fair play. What a move from Woodstock there. He's going to regret that now, though, because we are in an almighty slipstream. I'm still going to work with him here, though. I have to brake so much earlier. Oh, we've been hit. I have to brake so much earlier that then those who can actually drive an actual racing line and an actual braking point in an actual good car then just basically drive into the back of us. That is a flaw, yet again, of a car with not very good brakes. I will say that much. It does sort of put you in the way a little bit there. If we just hang on, though, whilst these guys fight, that is hopefully enough to just sit on the back of them. Oh, God. Oh, God. No, that understeer is horrendous. I will not tire of pointing that out. It is so unbelievably bad. One of them's going to run wide there, I think. It really looked like one of them was going to run wide. They don't. 1.3 is the gap. I'm definitely going to pit in the middle of this race to go for the fresher tyres to give myself the only chance of actually getting a good result in this car. It's bad enough as it is. I can't imagine trying to race this on worn tyres. Look how much the... I'm going to assume it's a BRZ that's behind me. Yes, absolutely it is. I'm just going backwards now. That's awful. You're going to hear me say that for all 15 laps, by the way. That is such a crap car. It is unbelievable. It obviously is decent in the straights, but you can't race in straight lines, not around Willow Springs. Oh my god, even under brake and the understeer is just horrific. Oh, I've been hit there. Contact. Look at that, the BRZ's actually managed to go pretty much around the outside there. To the point I actually didn't realise how far alongside he was. He probably, maybe was entitled to the space there. I'd done my absolute best to give him it, but because of the understeer, I literally couldn't. Right, I don't mean to be funny, but you can see how crap this car is when you've just watched me lap very comfortably in that BRZ. 1 minute 12s in quali, and then 1 minute 13s a little bit later into the race. And that is how I feel, Spud. There we go. And now, at this point, we were 6, 7, 8 seconds up the road. Clear in the last lobby, and then this time round we're 5.5 seconds down to the race leader after just 5 laps. Next time we suggest a car, I want proof, undeniable, irrefutable proof that it is actually good. Once again, I will point out the understeer there. Ooh. I don't think me shifting into 5th or 6th or even 1st gear on the straight or wherever is going to make any difference on how crap this car actually is. I should have gone in there now. This guy's going to get around the outside again, or someone else. He's now going to get the undercut. Look at that, now he's on the outside. He's definitely going to get a switch back here, I think. Wide again. That's horrific. That is actually horrific. Right, I'm going to change tyres to give me the best chance of trying to catch up some time, I think. Right, if we still get on the podium of this race, I would say miracles do happen. Look how much we're having to lift there. Look how much. Meanwhile, look at the speed of this. Yeah, this is definitely not a case of just this lobby being better, because it's actually half of them are the same drivers. Woodstock into the pits now. Woodstock was one of the guys that we were racing. We were 10 seconds clear of him in the previous race. And even on the worn tyres in the... Oh, he's gone for it there. He sent it. And to be fair, that car's got the control to do so. Right, we can see the podium. As we said, it's an absolute bullet in a slipstream. Oh, he's gone, he's gone, he's gone, he's gone. Right, we've now got the podium in front of us now. Spud gun's gone. Look how much we're lifting there. That's contact. Oh! Ended up on the podium, but then look at how we've done it. We've gone off the track, so has the guy in front. He's just had a worse off than us. There we go. Now, dirty tyres do come into that, but dirty tyres mixed with what is already horrific understeer. Look at the speed that this BRZ is able to take versus all the lift off that we have to do. Plenty of mistakes for these guys in front as well, though. Right, this has still ended up being a pretty exciting race though, even though we've had the difficulties. Any time that you try to push. Right, one more lap. I don't think we're quite going to manage to get this. God, he's gone just a little bit wide there. I mean, look at the difference in our lap times there. You definitely can't say that this is just a quicker lobby, because our actual lap times are just way slower. 1.7. Yeah. I don't even think I would have liked to have been in that BMW ahead, but I certainly wouldn't have minded it less than this. It is an absolute rocket in a straight line. Through the acceleration it is, as we can see, a fair bit better. Has someone binned it? Are we going to get the podium? I don't think so. Oh yes we are! We're going to get the podium. Well, that's a miracle. That is a miracle. Wowza, there we go. We still end up on the podium somehow. Well, only because Anthrax binned it. So we're pretty lucky there. And Anthrax was in the last race, and so was Woodstock. And as we see there, Woodstock, as Bill says, lapping our quali time, so he's not slow. But we blitzed it in the last race in that BRZ. Well, I will not be doing that again, but we still managed to somehow get the podium, so all is not lost. We somehow end up with a good-ish result. So we can say we managed. I don't plan to be doing that anytime soon. There is a reason that this grid is full of BRZs. And then you've got two M6s there. And even that M6 was 16 seconds off the pace, so yeah. We'll not be doing that again. But it was a good challenge. Aaron, how we doing? Oh, Aaron's suggesting the Merc now. Why is everyone just so against driving in the BRZ? Well, I wish we were in the BRZ there. We might have challenged for the race win, but by some stretch of an absolute miracle, we get the podium in the Z4. Right, let's go something else. Let's go, maybe we go BRZ again. The M6 was looking alright there. I just don't think that the only other car that I would be interested in trying is the Jag. And then we might have a look at Aaron's suggestion as well of the Merc. We can definitely have a look at that. I'm going to have a quick lap or two in the Jag, just to see how that feels. So I do quite like this Jag. Now, first thoughts is the Jag is normally very, very understeery, but the fact I've just took that entire corner flat shows you just how understeery the BMW actually is, or the Z4 specifically. Right, this feels alright though. Acceleration feels good, but I do think this still has 7 gears in the... Or is that just... That's just the Group 4 actually, isn't it? I think we're back to a 6-speed in the Group 3. Oh, now that's easily done in the BRZ as well. Right, let's see if I can get a lap in the Jag. Love the Jag, found the Merc faster. Fair play. I can imagine the Merc to be better, in fairness. I think this will be a 13, maybe it's a low 14. Right, I think we can do a bit better than that in this. Let's just see. And maybe we'll back out and we'll do a quick lap in the Merc as well. Wow, I didn't realise I lost that much time there. Right, 13.5. I reckon we can get that down into high 12s. BRZ definitely still quicker. Very quickly going to jump into the Merc. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Very quickly jump into the Merc. Now, I think I've got this one in my garage. There it is. Come on. Go, go, go. Merc's more stable. That would sound about right. Not when I do that, although I probably wouldn't have caught that in many other cars. Again, absolute beast in a straight line, as we know with the Merc. Feels a little bit heavier in the corner, which it is a big heavy car. Seems like we're just pretty desperate at the minute to do this in anything other than the BRZ, which I've got to agree with the initiative, because a one-make race is not always very fun. Right, we might just have enough time for 2 laps here, providing I don't make any mistakes. Like that. Just a little bit too wide before I trying to put the brakes on. Oh, now that feels nicer through there. You can just keep about half revs. Felt like I was half revs. I was maybe a little bit less. But it feels like you can keep a nice amount of revs on through that corner, which either means that it's much slower or much quicker. It's hard to tell when you can't constantly be watching the lap times or have the little blue delta to reference from a different car. I tell you what, that feels like an alright car, this. Now, I'm a bit concerned with this lobby, because normally it loads up instantly. As soon as the timer hits 0, it normally loads straight in. Not great in the Alpha. Yeah, the Alpha might be alright around here. Yeah, but I imagine the Alpha would be awesome. I think you could be right. Alpha's good on the tyres, yeah. I wonder if this is going to load in at all here, or if we are going to end up being essentially locked out of this one. We'll hang fire for a little while. Oh, here we go. Right then, jumping into another race. We're starting P2. Jutman at the top there is very quick though. 12.2 is a very, very good quali time. We're going to be in P2 with a 12.6, but we're in the Merc this time. So our mission to try and win a race not in the BRZ, which everyone's in, is going to prove to be pretty difficult. But we'll see if we can give it a go. Quali pace in the Merc's probably still 8/10 off, I think. But we'll see if we can be consistent enough in the race. No, we've been A-rated pretty much the entire time, Mahim, but just not managed to get to A+. As soon as we get up to that point, normally have a run of bad races. But we've had 2 good results this one. We've won 1 and then we've got a P3. And we could be on for P2 if all stayed the same here. But we know that never happens. So we'll see. Now, a couple of options here in terms of approaching this one is either try and battle a lot with the race leader just to slow him up because he's 4 tenths quicker in quali. I think I've only got another 2.5 tenths in my lap time. So it's either try and battle with him a lot to hold him up, or just let him run ahead and just try and get P2. Which do we think we go for? Safe P2 or battle and battle and battle for the race win? Attack P1. Mahim's the first to jump in. Well, let's do that then. Let's see how we do. Quickly, if I can shout out though, if you've not subscribed to the channel yet and you are watching, thank you so much for tuning in. First of all, make sure to say hello in the chat, but do make sure to hit subscribe if you haven't done so already. We're less than 100 away from 3,000. Here we go. We've got the straight line speed, or we've got the low gear power range, at least, against the BRZ. Already in, looking for this one now. Oh, he's had a moment. He's going to run wide there again. Oh, that's going to cost him big time. Yes. Right, well, we've just now got to get past him. He's going to try and hold a line one way or the other. It's a case of which apex is he going to try and clip. We're alongside to take the inside line now. Lovely stuff. Now he's going to have the guys behind him battling. We were saying, should we battle with him? Oh, someone's gone. Someone's just gone there, and Jumpman's gone off. Oh, this might just be the miracle that we needed. This might just be the miracle that we needed. Right, let's just try while they scrap. If we can at all, try and build a gap. Right, we've not got the advantage in the corners, but in terms of defending, we might have a slight, small advantage. Straight line speed, I'm not too sure. They're obviously going to be in the slipstream, but if we've just got enough pace to try and drag out enough of a gap on the straight. Oh. He's in the slipstream now. We've got just a slightly better exit, I think. Now this is going to be defending to the line. I think this is. Oh god, I'm not happy racing this with a 3/10 gap or a 4/10 gap. This is uncomfortable now. We're pulling a little bit away on the straights though, which is good. are closing. Right, mid-13s. I think that's unfortunately roughly where our pace is going to be at in this car. But it's just whether or not, if we can keep that consistently enough, that might be alright. It's almost a case of deliberately slowing up in the corners where we know that those guys can just have that kind of accordion effect and put them all right up onto each other. Oh, now this is as close as he's been the whole race now. Mike behind us, yeah, he's within 3 tenths, within 2.5 tenths. We're still pulling away a tiny amount. Can we do anything at all? He's within 2 tenths now. When he's out of the slipstream, we do start pulling away. So more than ever now, we're going to have to try and break that toe. In true straight line speed, we've got him covered. But I don't just want to be weaving around the straights, constantly trying to break the line. Oh, that was a bit of a snap there. There we go, trying to back those guys into each other now and just slow them up a little bit. This is going to make us prone to an undercut though, or vulnerable to an undercut. There we go, 7 tenths the gap now. We are going to pit and we are going to change tyres here. We are going to pit on end of lap 7. Really trying to prioritise the entry onto that back straight, onto the pit straight rather. My God, we have got him absolutely on us now. I think a slight short shift in this Merc's proven to be pretty helpful. It's definitely pretty good in the lower ends of the gears. You can see him closing that gap now as well. That's not what we wanted to do. That was just enough pressure. He's going to go into the pits because he knows he's losing time against us now, because we're defending that much. Just listen to that tyre squeal, absolutely horrific. Right, into the pits we go. I am going to change tyres though. Or do we? Do we or do we not? Oh, I'm so indecisive, I don't know. No, no, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for it. I'm just going to try and be consistent and then pit at the end. Try and be consistent and pit at the end. Well, there's the consistency out the window. No! 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 There's the consistency out the window. Imagine if I went into the pits, how different this race would have been. Imagine if I went into the pits, how different this race would have been. Imagine. Oh no, imagine. That's why we love Willow Springs though. Right, they've all gone in as well. Changed tyres, I'm going to assume that's what they're doing. Yeah, it should have pitted. Unbelievable. Right, let's try and get back into a top 6 if we can. Z4 goat. Come on. 5 laps left. Get ourselves back into the top 6 if we can. pushing too much. This is going to end up being the result that we really didn't want. And let's be fair, probably really didn't expect. We probably did expect it at some point on this stream, because we know what I'm like, but... all we can do now is it's all or nothing. We have to push like crazy now, just to try and get, or even just have the chance to get 1 or 2 positions back. Remember, a top 8 finish is what we want. If one person wins it now, that kind of helps us massively, but we've got a 5-second gap. Try the Alpha. Yeah, we'll have a look. I think it is unfortunately one of those where just the BRZ is the car though. Yellow flags. Come on, this is what we want. A P8. Yellow flags, where's someone gone? Where are they? Where are they? Oh, it's back to green flags, not what we want. It's crazy how early you're best off braking there to really make sure you get the car turned in early as you can on the power, because you can be then flat out of that left-hander. 3.6 to the next position. We're going to be just out of the points as it is. In terms of a positive DR result, we're going to be just out of the range. Unless someone else manages to bin it. And that someone else is going to be us. No! Blue flags? That can't be right. Well, there we go. At least we didn't rage quit. That's all we can say. That's all we can say for that one. Right, one quick hot lap in the Alpha. BRZ's too sketchy. It sort of is, but I think as enough practice laps, you're all right. And if you just short shift out of the corners as the kind of like safest thing to do, then you're definitely all good. Right, Alpha first in the 4C. Now, I love this car, but it's not always the best. Right, let's see how we fare up here. Let's do 2 laps, and then if we don't feel good in the car, we'll be straight back into the Z4. Feels all right. I just don't know if it's quick. It feels like I'm accelerating quite a bit, nice and early, decent-ish on the brakes, but it's just one of them as well. Sometimes that's the illusion. You can be really early on the power. I feel like you've got a lot of control, carrying a lot of revs and a lot of throttle. Oh, did I say Z4? I meant BRZ, obviously. One more lap, just to see. Now that I've got a feel for it. But it might just be that it is an incredibly slow car. It feels quick when you're getting a lot of throttle down nice and early. And you're up shifting through the gears quite a bit before you hit the corners, but that can sometimes just be the sign of a slow car. That's definitely the sign of a slow driver there, because I should have been well on the throttle earlier. I'm not quite comfortable in that. I'm going to we'll jump back in the BRZ. Last race, let's get a good result. Back to the BRZ. Go, 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 go. Right, we'll get 3. We might get 3 laps here. Oh, we should get in 3 laps, quali laps. Let's go. Right, guess us in. What will our lap in purple be? For anybody newly subscribed, the game that we play here, if you guess correctly all 3 decimal places, you get our lap time absolutely bang on. Free t-shirt from the merch store. Links in the description for that. This does make you realise how slow this car is on the straights, but then it makes you realise just how much time is being gained in the corners. The car is absolutely flat and stable. Oh, do you see that there? I corrected and still lost it. Overcorrected. I'm now forgetting just how twitchy this car is. Right, come on. Oh, no! No, I can't be having this now. Come on. Yeah, that's a YouTube short. Yeah, nice and stable, and then I bin it immediately. You're not wrong. Right, we go again. I'm desperate to try and beat that 12.6. That feels alright, that feels good. Still going to be slower. Yeah, much slower, wow. Struggling. Struggling. Oh, Sammy's in this one. Oh, we know loads of people in this one now. Is Sammy live at the minute? Oh, where are we starting here? Oh, no, 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 no. This wasn't part of the plan. We're now starting right the way at the back. No. No, we're now the slowest in the lobby. I'm asking Sammy if we can borrow a few tenths from his quali lap, because that is rapid. Down into the 11s. Look at that, man. That is ridiculous. Yeah, we're up to up into the A+ lobbies again. We're going to be right at the back, and I would suspect staying at the back. Yeah, compared to the first race, I can't remember what happened at the end of the last stream, which was the last time that I was on. I think there was a rage quit in there somewhere, so it's why we've been down at the bottom of lower SR lobbies. This doesn't seem like it's working, does it? It's taken a long time. Everyone's gone out. Everyone's going out now to do some laps because It's taken forever. There's a few people leaving the room. Got a P1 and everyone left. Same thing happening. Well, at this rate, a decent result in the top 8 is not going to be too difficult, is it? Oh, here we go. Finally. Well, it's going to be an easy top 10. That'll do me. Easy top 10. Get in. Get up. Good result, lads, on the cards here. Come on. Now, knowing me, I will still manage to finish P11 here. Oh, Sammy's quit. Sammy's gone. Oh, well. If I could have borrowed a few tenths from his quality time now that he's not using them for this race, that would be tremendous. I've definitely got the pace for top 10. Well, wouldn't you like to think so? In all seriousness, we need to still move forward at least a couple positions here. We do our best. Come on. Come on. Fourth gear nearly still spun us there. Someone's still nearly gone. Oh, here we go. Oh, no. No. Oh, well, we said we've got the pace for top 10. Even that's proving questionable. We're now down into P10. Bunga has nearly binned it though. Oh, to be fair, that final corner was pretty well taken there. We should have this guy on the straight. Maybe if we can just tag enough of a slipstream to try and go around the outside. Absolutely we do. That'll do. Alright, the battles are on now. We have this one round the outside. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We're up to P8. Oh, we're soon going to lose that though. Right, try and hold P8 now, come on. save it. Oh, no. Oh, it's gone. It's gone altogether, that. Git. Come on. We've just got to see this race through for the DR now. Oh, man. No. What a tragedy. There we go. This is what we want. You never know. There might still be another place to grab. There's a yellow flag. We're going to be racing with Bunga again here. A perfect way to end the stream, yeah. Look at that. We're going to be straight back up into P8. That's why we don't want to be rage quitting. Do everything that we can to make sure if anybody else goes off, we'll have that position as well. Lost about 12 seconds to the leader. Yeah, do you know what? We were actually doing alright. Up until then, we were actually doing alright. Our pace was, like, not the worst. Right, Shoes ended up in front of us, but I don't think he's been into the pits. Almost didn't matter there. If we'd actually spun and binned that there, that wouldn't have been making any difference. Oh, he has pitted. Oh well, I take that back then. Fair enough. Right, Shoe in front then. If he hasn't been into the pits, then we need to try and do our very best to close these 3 seconds. 2.6. We've took out, I would say, 4 tenths there in that last lap. Five tenths altogether since we last looked at that time. Right, 2.5 is the gap. Let's keep going. .3. .2, 2.1. In terms of actual lap time, we're doing all right here. This is the frustrating thing. .8. 1.7. Oh, come on. This is going to be a great chase down for PA if we can manage this. Come on. Fingers crossed. That was a great exit there. He's lost a lot of time. Come on. 2 last laps. Got him. try and bring home this P8 now. Even though half the lobby's quit out or disconnected or whatever, we'll still make the most of it. It's a good result. Even though we've ended up at the back of the grid and nowhere near catching anybody further ahead. And who's to say whether we would have got this result if everybody was in the lobby? The race would have obviously been a completely different race, but who knows? We might have won if everybody was in the lobby. They might have all collected each other at turn 1 and we sail on through. But for this one, we'll take this P8. I think it will still boost the DR. I think it should do. But we've seen the race through in the hope that it does. Right. Now, just before we go anywhere, I want to quickly share something before we go. So if you hang around for no more than 2 minutes, I'll give you a very quick look at something. So let's see if we do actually get a positive DR there. Yeah, if I didn't bin it, yeah, exactly, then who knows, we might have actually done a bit better. We have actually, as it turns out, lost DR on that one, which is a bit annoying. But we got 2 very good rounds of DR in the earlier races. Just not that one, which is a shame. In terms of, yeah, we can still see we're pretty much always in the same spot. Right then, so let's have a quick look at this. Is it already in my garage? I think it may be. So if we do the 200 laps of the Nürburgring, which is what I'm sort of thinking about at the moment. There it is. I've just saw it because it was actually showing the car right here. So I want to show you, if I'm going to do the 200 laps of the Nürburgring, this is actually the car that I'm thinking of doing it in. And there's 2 reasons for this. First of all, I actually own the normal road-going version of this car. Not the Type R version, sadly. But I own the normal road-going hatchback version of the Civic. This generation of Civic, which I absolutely love. And this is what I'm possibly thinking of doing the 200 laps of the Nürburgring in. Well, Bill, even if we manage 8 minutes per lap, we're still going to be on for 30 plus hours. Even if we've done 8 minutes a lap, which I think it would be way more than that, would it not? For the 24-hour layout, because you obviously have to do the GP loop as well. So when I worked it out the other day, if we did... and we might potentially have rain as well here, by the way. And you know what's crazy? Honestly, the details in this is honestly, I know everyone knows the Gran Turismo details are like absolutely bang on. But seriously, this is absolutely bang on. Apart, obviously, my car is this, but without the seats. But I feel like I'm in my own car. I do love this generation of Civic. Always been a fan of the Honda Civics. Even if we manage an 8-minute lap, if we average an 8-minute lap, which we probably won't average it because we will have rain as well. We'll probably bin it. We'll probably crash. We're going to have heavy damage on as well. So if we divide, so that gives us 1,600 if we do 8 minutes times 200 laps. I don't know if this will pull focus to the phone. It's probably not going to. There we go. So if you do, and that gives us 1,600 minutes. If we divide that by 60 to put that into hours, that gives us 26 hours. If we drive this, we've got to do cockpit view. Can you imagine? Well, maybe I would do. I don't know. I think what I would do, though, is I would put racing tyres onto it, and I may do a little bit of tuning. That might be the first and only time that we do a bit of tuning. Because if we put the racing softs on, and then we actually ramped it up a little bit, I reckon we could have a nice drive out of this. That's what I think. So I'm just going to very quickly, before we go, I'm going to do one lap in this car to see what we reckon. One lap of the Nürburgring in this car. And I'm going to do it on the racing softs. We'll get all the racing tyres ready and purchased. So let's just have... Oh, we don't want scapes. Let's just have a very quick look at this. See what we think of it as a car. And see what we think in terms of lap times as well. So... this is us right now potentially planning the biggest and most difficult race, not only on this game, but certainly what I've ever done on the channel. Most definitely. We'll start from the back of the grid. And we'll just turn all of this off for now. What will we race against? We'll still race against Group 3s. Let's go. Yeah, Jonathan, finger's a little bit better. You can still, it's probably actually going to scar, I think, from where I basically sliced off the entire... Oh, we're on wet tyres. What are we doing there? Let's not be doing that. No, 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 no. We want racing soft tyres for now. Let's see. There we go. Right, so, for anyone just tuning in, potentially this is what we are going to use. Oh my god. You realise just how much quicker the Group 3 cars actually are versus a normal road-going car. But I thought potentially... Oh, see, look at this. The Civic is going to absolutely outdrag the lot of them. So I thought potentially about doing the Nürburgring in this car, only because I have this car. Not the Type R version, sadly, but the normal road-going version. And I do wonder, if I tuned this up, if we could get this lapping as quick as a Group 3, maybe. Honestly, I love this car so much. It's weird because if I put this into VR now, I would feel like I'm driving my own car. I feel like I'm on my way to work. Well, we're definitely not going to catch up with those guys. They are absolutely flying ahead, aren't they? But if we can just try and stay on the back of them for a lap here. I feel like I want to take this off the 200 laps. Can this count for one lap? Just to make my life a little bit easier. Oh! Oh! Oh no, come on. Oh, imagine doing this 200 times. Ugh. I feel sick just thinking about it. Does anyone know, or can we find the lap time of what this Civic actually lapped the Nürburgring in? Because I don't know if this new Civic broke the records the same way that the previous generation Civic did. Which I had that car as well, but I didn't like it very much. Not an automatic version of it anyways. Yeah, that's a good point. We would need to put a full race engine in. We would need full racing brakes, gearbox, everything. But I do wonder if we could do it. What do we think? Yeah, it wasn't on Racing 6. I didn't mean to challenge it in this particular one, but I know that the previous generation, before this one, before this version, actually, yeah, broke all the world records for the fastest road-going front-wheel drive. It set the fastest laps for. It'll be against AI, because I imagine if we'd done it against real drivers that everybody would chicken out and quit by a certain point. So, at the minute, I suspect we will be doing just against the AI. It is a stunning car though, I absolutely love this car. When I went to the dealership to buy mine and I saw the Type R version of this, I just almost cried that I couldn't afford it. Oh yeah, we're going to stream it. We need the proof that we're actually going to be... We need the proof that we've actually done it. That's for sure. So we'll be live streaming the full thing if we do it. I am already regretting any idea of even thinking about doing the 200 laps though. we go. We've caught up to 1. Oh, get out of the way. Right, so this lap time's going to be... Yeah, we would have to do full track, absolutely. 24-hour layout. The longest possible race that you can do in this game. Imagine if they upped the limit to like 500 laps, how long that would take. I don't think anyone would do it then. That's for sure. No, it doesn't beep when you have to shift up. Mine's not the Type R version. Mine's, so the normal road going version is actually a hybrid, so it's automatic. But it is still rapid. And it drives all on the electric motors. This is really boring stuff, but it drives always on the electric motors, and then the 2-litre engine at the front is actually just there as a generator to recharge the battery. So it's still a petrol car, but the it's still a petrol car, but it always drives on the electric motors, so it is absolutely rapid. So it still does 0 to 60 in, I think it's 6.5 seconds. Which is not too shabby for a normal hatchback. And it probably is as quick as this, I think. Doing 0 to 60, because then that's a normal engine. No electric nonsense. Right, yeah, it's whether or not, if I can do it in that, I think that I would do, but I would have to tune it up to the point where it's as good as the Group 3s. Failing that, then I'm going to do it in the... I might do it in the Aston Martin V12. In the Vantage. That's what I'm reckoning. Anyways, that is going to be that. Stay tuned to see whether we announce the 200 laps of the Nürburgring. I would love to do it. What I would hate to do is do it and it have absolutely zero impact on the channel and zero impact on the fundraising that we're trying to do. So that would be disaster if we streamed for what would probably be closer to 40 hours than it would be 30. We're going to have full rain. We would probably have to have full damage as well just to make it extra challenging. So if you can imagine the amount of laps that I would do where we'd be crawling around. Yeah, it'd be interesting. It would be interesting. Right then, well, I'm going to love you and leave you all. Thank you all so much for tuning in once again. I've really, really enjoyed that stream, as always. A good daily race, that, for Daily Race C. If you can get a good lap time, I think you're on to a winner. There we go, though. I will catch you all a little bit later in the week. As always, stay tuned for any videos that we see popping up. We've got a big video where we're talking about whether or not this is we're actually seeing the end, the demise of Gran Turismo 7. That'll be coming out a little bit later in the week. And then stay tuned. You guys have heard it on here first for the crowdfunding page that we're going to set up, which is going to be giving away 2 cars. Literally giving away actual cars. So you can win a Mazda MX-5 and you can win a BMW 1 Series 2.1 or 2.2, whatever it is. Nice little turbo hatchback. Rapid car. And you can literally win them from this channel. How mad's that? So keep your eyes peeled for that being announced, and you can be the first to get your entries in, and then we'll be announcing the winner for that at the end of September. But yeah, there we all go. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I will catch you all a little bit later. Toodles!